Hi legends, hope you're all having a beautiful Friday. Braham, welcome everyone. Yes, I see your comments. Let's get this party on the road. As per my thumbnail, 3 times bullish, what does that mean? Okay, yesterday I discussed the most bearish scenario on Bitcoin, which made everyone extremely depressed. And like I mentioned yesterday, the bearish scenario that I discussed yesterday does carry lower probabilities. Today, in this live stream, what I would like to discuss is the 3 most bullish scenarios that I do see here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, let me know if the feed is coming through. Yeah, it's coming through. It's just taking a little bit of a slow-mo here on my side. So, legends, let's dive right in here to the alpha. Smash up the like on your way in, and let's get the party started. Right. Let's share my screen over here. Remember, legends, the exchanges that I use to do all of my trading, links down in the description. This is where you qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses and lowest fees by using these links. Okay, also your way to support the channel. Right, legends, as per my update this morning, DJ Monte, hi my friend, welcome, welcome. South Pole, okay, pullback from 68k to 67. Right, legends, I spoke about this scenario during my live stream this morning, not my live stream, my video update this morning, to say that I'm expecting, okay, for us to lose this high over here, right? And like clockwork, we have now lost this high, right? Where it looks like a little impulse here to the upside, okay, 5-wave structure, and potentially we are going to form a little bit of a deeper retracement here to the downside. Question is, how low is this retracement going to go if it continues here to the downside, right? I do see some red volume or purple volume in my case kicking in here at the moment. So, right, the probabilities are in the favor of us moving down ever so slightly. Right, but we want to see this structure remain bullish. Even with a pullback, you want to see a higher low for continuation here to the upside. Right, if we're going to still continue this bullish momentum, and like I mentioned during my update this morning as well, is I would really like, okay, for this to be the start of something bigger to the upside, because the higher this impulse goes, the more bullish it becomes for the scenarios that I'm about to share with you in a moment. Right, legends, let's just analyze the price of Bitcoin here quick, switch on some analysis, right? Let's switch on trends. Let's switch on some let's switch on the daily levels. Okay, I've got my analysis prepared over here. Right, legends, as per my update this morning, let's go here onto the 1 hour time frame, or let's go onto the 4 hour time frame. Let's just reverse a little bit and take stock of where we are. Okay, always I like to take a step back. When in doubt, zoom out. Let's see where we are. Are we still bullish? Have we lost any major structures? Everyone's seeing this little, I mean, what is that? Everyone see this little dump over here and like, oh my god, you know, just panicking, freaking out completely. And I mean, that's nothing in comparison to the pump that we've had here to the upside. Right, legends, this morning during my update, I also mentioned, okay, let's just look at the structure, take stock of where we are. Is a beautiful trend line over here, okay, perfect touch over here, and now we're finding a little bounce. So for this structure to go higher, what you would like to see is for this bounce to make a higher low, for continuation here to the upside to come and claim the local lows or the local highs here once again. And I would really like to see the structure go much higher, and I'm leaning in the camp of $73,000. Okay, maybe that's very bullish and people are going to call me crazy, but $73,000 would be a nice little target to grab, okay, where you claim the liquidity above these highs, right? Claim the liquidity above these highs, then reject for a deeper correction to the downside. So, legends, what you would like to see here on the 4 hour time frame, if we have a chance of getting out of the trouble, the bearish trouble, this range that we've been in since March, okay, this boring range that we've been in here since March, if there's a chance, if this is the low and we want to get out of the structure, it now needs to be it, okay? And I will explain some of those scenarios on my Elliott wave scenarios, the bullish 3 Elliott wave bullish scenarios that I'm going to share with you. This has to be it, kinda. Okay, and we'll get to that. So what you would like to see from this structure, okay, is the top is either in, and this is a corrective structure, A, B, C, and we're going to start with a 3-wave structure. We're going to correct to the downside. Remember, corrections are always 3-wave structures, so you want to see a 3-wave structure to the downside. You do not want to see a 5-wave structure to the downside, because then we, okay, I can't swear here on the YouTube channel, but then we, okay, right, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, legends, so what you want to see is we've had a beautiful impulse here to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so this 5th wave is potentially the wave that's going to give us that nice little juicy momentum here to the upside. So this is potentially the first wave inside of the last and final 5th wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's what we want to see, right? I want the structure to go as high as possible. And the reason why it's so important for this structure to go higher from where it is right now is that, let's just take the scribble out, okay? Let's, for argument's sake, say we're going to reject here by $73,000. Okay, let's say that that will be the rejection point, for argument's sake. Okay, let's entertain the scenario. When I then take a fib from the low to that high, potential high, what if scenario high that we're going to make over there, you can see how beautifully, okay, the 382, the 50% fib level. Okay, let me just make this a little bit thicker. It's a little bit on the thin side, so I'm sure you can't see it. Okay, that's a little bit thicker. Okay, this 50%, especially from the 50%, beautiful confluence with the underbelly resistance over here. This consolidation will provide support. The 618, also there's an order block over there that hasn't been tapped, and then the 786 also has confluence with this daily level over here, so you can see. But then we still remain in this trend over here. Okay, so let me zoom out and show you guys that trend that I'm talking about, which will tell me that potentially the structure will remain bullish here to the upside. So that trend, legends. Okay, let me take the daily levels out to clean it up over here. Okay, you can also see that we tap that trend to perfection, and we only have 2 taps so far. Okay, because I'm on the log scale over here. We have a tap, you take the low, you connect it to this low that we've made over here. So if we come back higher, right, and we make a retest, we will still retest the trend, okay, for continuation to the upside, which is still a higher low, and you are still inside your home line trend for continued bullish momentum to the upside. Okay, if also the other thing that I wanted to highlight, which I also spoke during my update this morning, is that if, right, let's just zoom in here, make it nice and big so everyone can see. Okay, I also like that, I mean, the maximum target is the 786, right? You don't want to go down below the 786. It drastically increases the probabilities if you lose the 786 and you start tapping the 0.88 at $50,000, 55, 400, then we're most likely going down lower, which is also part of the bullish scenarios that I want to discuss today. Okay, so what I like about the structure going higher before we have a deeper retracement is that I can drag my fib up, and I can drag my fib up so that when we have a 3-wave corrective structure, the important bouncing levels, okay, for a 1, 2 and an explosive third wave here to the upside are inside the structure, the bullish territory. That's the best way that I can explain it. Inside the bullish territory. Okay. If this is corrective, where we are right now, A, B, C, we're going to go down, right? You can now see that your 618, your 786 maximum target, it becomes a little bit more scary and a little bit more dangerous. Okay, even your 50% fib level is outside of the trend, the range. You really don't want to lose the range once again. You want to stay inside the range. You want to stay inside the range to confirm bullishness back to the upside. Okay, and that's why I'm saying I would like for us to climb a little bit higher, which gives higher probabilities from a from a bull market perspective that we are, starting to gain some momentum here to the upside. Right, Trump pump coming, cutest girls, yes, definitely. I mean, maybe Trump being elected as president will give us that bullish continuation that we are looking for here to the upside. I know the elections are coming up, and that's perhaps what we need. So, legends, just keeping things simple over here. I mean, this could definitely be an A, B, C, end of the corrective structure. And now what you want to see, if this is the end of the corrective structure that's lasted for many, many, many months, very, very, very boring, you want this structure to be impulsive. And what do I mean by impulsive? Okay, depending on where the high is going to end, whether it's here or whether it's here, you want to see us come down in a three-wave structure, find support at the 618, 50%, and lowest level 786. Okay, and obviously once we have the high, we'll be able to see where that high is going to end and then just drag our fibs accordingly. Okay, right, legends, so let's go back here onto the 4-hour time frame. You can take this out the way. Smash up the like if you guys enjoy the alpha over here. Welcome to everyone that's here. I will go through the comments in a second. Okay, legends, so currently we're getting a small little pullback here from the upside, but just take some stock of where we are. Okay, for now we are still in bullish structure. Okay, this trend is still intact. Okay, so we can definitely, there's still a possibility to move higher. Even this little rejection that we're seeing here at the moment, it could be a rejection, a higher low, okay, for continuation here to the upside. Right, cool, legends. What I also want to do is just zoom here into the 15-minute time frame. Okay, you can take this flip out the way. Just like to work with clean charts over here. Okay, legends, I want to see if I spot some bearish CVD with this momentum here to the upside. Not yet, not yet. Okay, cool. So, legends, this can definitely be, like I mentioned this morning also during my update, just looking at this mini structure over here. I mean, when I zoom out onto the 4-hour and the daily and I show you guys where we could go, this really looks insignificant, here from a 15-minute time frame perspective. But let's go and analyze it, because you analyze it exactly the same. So taking a fib extension from the low to this high for this wave, I'm trying to measure this wave where the impulse can go to. Okay, you can see this is currently where we're getting the rejection. Okay, at the 1.618. This is where we struggled this morning. Okay, now we've broken out and it looks like we are holding this level. So there's still a chance, okay, that we can go higher from here. Okay, as long as we can hold above the 1.618. If we're going to lose the 618, like I've mentioned here, legends, is even this day, even this pivot over here. Okay, if we're going to struggle where we are right now, where price action is right now, if we're going to struggle, okay, make a lower high over here, struggling to break through, we can retrace a little bit deeper. And simply what I would like to see is when I take a fib here from the low of the structure to the top where we are right now, I do like that we have, okay, some areas of confluence. So now I can take the fib here, this fib out the way, and now we start, if we are going to get a retracement, okay, this is now the what if. We can still shoot up higher, but this is now the pivot that we have for now, right? I do like the 382 over here, okay? 382s, when you have, or when you're anticipating massive bullish momentum to continue to the upside, the 382 is usually a great bouncing level. Okay, it also has confluence with this order block over here, or this consolidation area, whatever terms you use to define it. Okay, we do have some support here by the 382. We also have support here by the 50% fib level. So if we do find weakness here, okay, bouncing area, potential bouncing area, and you are still staying above the trend. Okay, that's the important part. You're still staying above the trend where you have a high, you have a bounce, and you have continuation to the upside. Right, legends, and I mean, there was a couple of trading opportunities over here. Where we are at the moment, I'll discuss potentially a trading opportunity, but I mean, legends, there was a couple of trading opportunities. When I switch on the daily levels, okay, this was a beautiful trading opportunity. Okay, you see this daily level over here, okay, support, struggling, little bit of bearish CVD building up here during this structure. And I mean, if you go here onto the 1 hour time frame, and you look at this structure, no body of the candle, no high time frame body of the candle closed below the daily level, which is bullish. And I mean, myself and Andy love to talk about double bottoms, okay, where you're struggling, and you make that, you're basically grabbing the liquidity. Beautiful test here on the trend line. You get acceptance back above, you fail to close the body below the line. You enter a trade with your stop loss, okay, you can be a little bit late to the party, but you're expecting higher momentum at least to come and claim the highs and go a little bit higher. Right, so this was a beautiful trade. I unfortunately went to bed round about this area and I cashed out my position. I know I could have left some of it open, but I mean, trading plan came to fruition, so I was happy with the profits. Right, so if you missed the swing failure pattern, there was also on the 15-minute, just looks better here on the 15-minute. Okay, a nice break of trend, okay, just tracking this momentum here to the downside, okay, and a nice break of trend. Okay, so if you missed the swing failure pattern, that's where you could have gotten in. And like I also mentioned, always mention here on the live streams, you have a solid body of a 15-minute candle close above the trend, which signifies that potentially bullish momentum is going to continue to the upside. Okay, right, so I mean, legends, if you trade it with less capital, stop below the low, you play the breakout, you're targeting, okay, you always take a fib from the high to the low, you start taking profits by 50%, 618, depending on your trading strategy, you could start closing out your position as you move up. And, you know, sometimes people leave some of the position open for higher levels, which you would have now been profitable from. Okay. Right, legends, currently still getting a bit of pumpy action, and I must say on the CVD, I don't see any weakness yet. Okay, so we could still continue. This could definitely be, let me see here, AB, fifth wave, A, B, C. Okay, it's difficult to see. Let's see how this plays out, legends. If we do continue pumping here to the upside, right, a level that I'm watching is this untapped daily level, okay, where this could potentially be the end of this structure, where we roll back down at $68,000, 138. So if we do find the strength to move up here, this is the next level of interest that I want to look at, okay. So for now, there was a swing failure from the highs. I do see some of the people, the legends, took the short over here because we did tap that high ever so slightly. We did tap the high, and they were with, you know, and I saw the legends were aggressive with profit taking. They protected their positions, and then obviously, if you didn't take profits to the downside, you would now be stopped out at break even. Okay, right, legends. Let's go through some comments over here, and then I will jump into why everyone joined today. Okay, yesterday during the live stream, I told everyone, I shared a very, let me just charge my camera over here. Okay, I shared a very bearish scenario, which made everyone depressed, including myself. Today, I'm going to share 3 bullish scenarios. So smash up the like for the alpha that I'm about to share. Right, Irina, hi dear old, glad to see you again. Thanks for joining, Irina. Welcome to the stream. Kenneth, hello from Holland. Welcome, Mr. Holland. Or Kenneth. Fast, dear old. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. Vivek, we have now 2 gaps in BTC CME. Yes, let me go and look at the BTC CME gap. Let's go here. I think I have the BTC pair over here. Let's see. Let it load up. Internet is struggling today. Okay, so let's just go here onto the 4-hour time frame and see where are we. Okay, cool. 2 CME gaps, definitely a possibility. Okay, from the low to the high. Ooh, it's nicely here by the 618. Okay, 1, 2, 3 for continuation. Definitely a possibility to fill that CME gap. Okay, and I mean, if we do have a deeper correction to the downside, filling this CME gap over here, whether you close the high or you close the low or you close somewhere in here, that would still be bullish for momentum here to the upside. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but I would like to see the structure go a little bit higher. I'm in the camp of wanting to see the structure go higher. I want to see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to say, yeah, it's game on. And then you want to see a 3-wave corrective structure. 1, 2, 3 wave corrective structure, not a 5-wave corrective structure. and then it's game on. Once we get a 3-wave corrective structure, taking a FIP from the low to the high over here, that's 618, 50%, 786 at the lowest over here, okay, we could still expect a bounce here to the upside. But for now, I would like to see a little bit more upwards momentum, regardless of this little pullback that we're getting over here. Okay, you can see that it's struggling here at the moment. This daily level does look interesting, okay, just the obvious level of resistance over here. Okay, right, legends, but I mean, this can definitely be the end of the structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to start correcting here to the downside, right? And then you'll take a FIP from the low to the high, okay? And if we do move up from here, you just move up your FIP, and then you want to see those bouncing levels, okay, above the trend. You don't want to see us lose this trend. We still have an untapped daily level here at $65,000, 350. This would be a really interesting, okay, if we find a correction here to the downside. It looks like we're getting acceptance back above. It provides support, the daily level, like it did over here. Look at this. This daily level provided insane support over here. It provides support, and then we have a bounce here to the upside. Okay. Right, legends. Cool. That's basically what I wanted to analyze here on the price, on the smaller time frames, on the price of Bitcoin. Good morning, everyone from Los Angeles. Miss Melanie, welcome, welcome. I always see you here in the live streams. And if I am doing live streams while you are sleeping, I do see you making comments and supporting the channel, even if you're watching offline. So thank you so much. Valerie, hi, I'm here. 𝗬𝗍𝗍, how are you? I'm fantastic. Thank you so much. Crypto Big Brains, yo, 𝗬𝗍𝗍, let's go. Yes, let's go. Evan Christians, 𝗬𝗍𝗍, how's it from Cape Town? Well, welcome from South Africa. Fellow brother here from South Africa. Looking forward to this update. Thank you so much. Crypto Big Brains, do you think 73K after Trump speaks at the Bitcoin conference on Saturday? I mean, it's difficult to say. It's really difficult to say. What I can tell you from a technical perspective, because I don't trade fundamentals, okay, from a technical perspective, is this would look really great, okay, to go and achieve that 70,000. So legends, I mean, we can go and quickly just measure. Let's just, play a game of what if scenario. Let's say, okay, this is going to be a 1, 2, 3 here to the upside. What you then want to do is you want to take a trend-based FIP from the low to the, I don't know whether we're still going to shoot up here, but this is the high that we have for now. Depending on how deep the retracement is or where we're going to bounce, we just doing some guesswork over here, and you can see where that 1.618 is over here. So on this mini structure over here, we can start doing some guesswork, like 1, 2, 3, $72,000. Okay, remember, it has to be a 5-wave structure. Okay, so that's usually considered the minimum target for a 3rd wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 73, definitely a possibility, but the structure has to remain bullish. Okay, so while Trump speaks and he blows some positive energy into Bitcoin, I wanted to say something else. Definitely a possibility to hit that daily level at $73,000. Okay, do you guys see that? There's definitely a possibility to come and hit this daily level over here. Okay, so looking at this structure here on the 4-hour, can you see why I'm keeping an eye on this daily level? Okay, because it does have confluence that this structure can still be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe then we have the 3-wave corrective structure to the downside. Okay, and if you want to play that 3-wave corrective structure, you have your trend, you wait for the breakout, and then off to the races you go again. Okay, so you trade the waves and you trade the waves, and the momentum is up at the moment, so it's better to look for long entries. Okay, right, so I hope that answered your question, Mr. Big Brains. Okay, definitely a possibility to still come and tap $73,000. Claim the liquidity above all these highs. Okay, this double top over here, let's go and claim the liquidity above there. Right, let's go and look at liquidity. Let's go on to the monthly. Let's just see if we do have some nice liquidity above. Just wait for it to load up. Yeah, we have 827. Okay, wait, let's go to 73. Oof, not a lot. Just want to make sure that I'm here on the right pair. Just wait for this to load up, legends. It's taking a while. Okay, we have some liquidity. 748 million, 742 million, 609 million, 551 million. So when you start adding this up with a calculator, you can see that there are billions worth of liquidity above. Okay, quite insane. So it would be nice to go up to $73,000 and you grab all of the billions of liquidity that's above. Okay. Right, legends. Let me finish up the comments and then I'm going to go into the 3 bullish scenarios that I'm keeping an eye on. Okay, let's look at some cheap alts. Tammy, Vivek, now we have 2 gaps in here. Okay, I've gone through that. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, a lot of influences, but not your level. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. I'm purely technical. I'm not biased. I'm not a fundamentalist that say, you know, we're going up, we're going up. I'm never inside of a camp that technically doesn't support it. So if I have a technical scenario that supports bullish momentum, I will say, okay, in this structure, I am leaning bullish. And I have clear invalidations that will invalidate my bullishness. So I will tell everyone, okay, looking at the structure, taking a normal FIP here from the low to the high, I can tell everyone, okay, as soon as you tap the 0.88, I will flip bearish. As long as we are above the 0.88, okay, and as long as we are in trend, I'm bullish. It's as simple as that. I'm a bull and a bear based on what the technicals are telling me, not because I feel bullish, okay, or I think the market is going up. Like, no, you need to remove your emotions from trading. So it's just such a hard lesson that I learned when I started out trading, is that you need to remove your emotions from trading. If you're feeling bullish because you're in a happy mood, you're going to lose your money if the market structure is telling you that we're going down. Okay, thanks, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, Crypto Big Brains, Alex, how legends. I'm here for the training. Thank you so much, Alex. Make money. Would you get in at 65,450? 65,450. If we do have a retracement here to the downside, yes, I mean, it's very close to this daily level over here. Okay, so yeah, back onto the back here onto the 1 hour time frame. This daily level does look really interesting. So I'm kind of seeing a scenario, and I mean, we might go higher depending on how price reacts at this daily level at $68,000, or it can fall down from where it is right now. Okay, it does look like a highly probable bouncing area over here, okay, where you want to see a 1, 2 and another wave here to the upside. So this daily level in confluence, okay, we have to wait for the high to be in. So we only have this high here for now. Does have confluence with the 618 over here. So yes, you bounce on the trend, okay, you bounce on the trend, you have a 618, and this is what I like. Confluences needs to start building up and aligning with each other. Okay, you have confluence here, you have a 618, you have a diagonal trend, and you have a daily level. Those are like 3 confluences, and what you could potentially even see with a dump here to the downside is some nice bullish CVD building up between those 2 pivots. So yes, if my boxes start ticking, okay, if I have this level and that level and that level, and I can tick more boxes, I will definitely, from a probability perspective, attempt a long over here. Okay, obviously with good risk management. Never enter with more than what you can afford to lose. Okay, because I mean, if you enter that trade, your stop loss is still 3% away. Okay. Right, legends, let's go through. Let me just switch off everything here. Okay, I can actually delete that. I think I've gone through everything I wanted to go through here. Let's do the alpha. And before I dive into the alpha, remember, legends, come trade with me. Use the links down in the description. You qualify for the biggest sign-up bonuses and lowest fees. Bluffing, no KYC option. Okay, if you don't like to KYC, if that's your preference, Bybit, 20% fee reduction, 30K bonus, depending on how much you deposit and trade, but the 20% fee reduction is valid regardless of how much money you use. Okay, and then 𝗞𝗍𝗃, the lowest fees here at the moment, $20,000 bonus. Okay, legends, let's get into the fun part. Okay, Everyone sends me messages. My email is going ballistic. My personal Discord messages are going ballistic. People are saying, "Ewald, we really, really, really enjoy the Elliott wave theory." Okay. I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I do not view myself as a heavy experienced Elliott wave I do not refer to myself as an Elliottician. That's what they refer to themselves. You know, when you're almost like a qualified doctor, or when you are a qualified doctor, you have the title of doctor. And when you have nailed Elliott wave theory, they refer to themselves as Elliotticians. And I do not put myself in that camp yet. Okay, it is a very difficult thing to learn Elliott wave theory, but I have been studying it for a couple of years now. Well, not a couple of years. I only started getting like really interested in Elliott wave theory about a year and a half ago. Okay. So, legends, let's clean up the chart, take out the trends, take out the dailies, and let's go into the 3-day chart over here. And let me show you, legends, and you can tell me in the comments down below which scenario you think is going to play out. Okay. Right, legends, looking at this entire structure over here, yesterday I discussed the bearish case scenario where we could go down low as $6,000. I have discussed that scenario. So for the bears out there, go watch yesterday's live stream. I have a beautiful live stream just for you. For today, we're going to focus on the bulls. Okay, and I will then share which scenario I think has the highest probability of playing out. Okay, legends, first scenario. No, not that one. I just want to see. Not that one yet. I want to discuss this one. Okay. Legends, legends, legends. Right. First scenario I want to discuss over here. Okay. And I just want to clean it up a little bit over here. Let's just take that parallel channel out the way. Okay. For those of you that's been following me for a while, you'll know exactly where I'm going with this. Okay. And I'm going to explain it simply so that everyone can understand it. Okay. Right. Cool, legends. One of the scenarios we were watching is to say that from the start, where we started the momentum here to the upside, from 21 November 2022, when we started having this pump here to the upside, okay, we have a 1, 2, 3 that's not finished. Still expecting a longer fall, okay, a long fall compared to 2, it needs to be longer, right? And then we're still expecting a nice final explosive wave here to the upside. There's this scenario, legends, used to carry high probabilities, but at the moment, the probabilities are lowering for this scenario, okay? It used to be one of the higher probabilities, but it's now, out of the 3 bullish scenarios that I'm about to share with you, carries the lowest probability. Okay. And just to wrap up this possibility is that, remember, each wave has to have 5 waves inside of it. So wave 1 has to have 5 waves, wave 3 has to have 5 waves, and wave 5 has to have 5 waves. And you want to see a 3-wave corrective structure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right? And when we complete the 3rd wave, you want to see a 1, 2, 3 wave, 3-wave corrective structure. Okay. And then the reason we're saying that the 3 is not in yet, because when you count the internal structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, where's the 5th wave? Okay, and that's why I'm saying that the 5th wave still needs to complete the number 3 over here. This scenario at the moment, if you're still expecting bullish momentum, if you believe that the low is in for now, okay, this scenario carries lower probabilities because of one simple little thing that I'm observing over here is that when you look at, let me go on to the daily over here, just to zoom into the structure, okay, just keeping it simple, is that when you have a channel where you have your 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, your 4th wave broke outside of the channel, okay, which is not something you want to see from an Elliott wave theory. You want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4th wave needs to stay inside of the channel. When you connect your channel from the low of 1 to the high of 1, okay, you get a channel. It's fine for 3 to break out. You want your 4th wave not to break the channel, and then you want to see another 5th wave. So because of this channel, and I must give credit to Koens, for highlighting this. And I mean, I've been playing around and exercising and practicing these channels. They really work great. Okay. And so, legends, because of this, right, it decreases the probabilities of this scenario playing out, which now gives higher probability to the scenario that I'm about to share with you. Okay, so let's take this scenario out the way and take the scribble out and go to scenario number 2. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. Right, legend. So this scenario carries higher probabilities than the scenario that I've just shared. Okay. Where you can see now inside the channel we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the fourth wave can break out over here, a fifth, right? You complete the fifth wave, but I just want to take the channel here out the way. Okay, cool. So legends, this is the scenario that I'm watching at the moment. Okay, is to say, but this scenario comes with a little bit of bad news, right? Do you guys see the bad news over there, right? For this scenario to play out, okay, where we now are still busy with the fourth wave, which means that we cannot go up from here. This is the bad news. You still want this correction to last a little bit longer for this scenario to play out. So if you are bullish and you are reading the fundamentals with Trump talking about Bitcoin and you think you're like, the structure looks bullish, there's bullish CVD everywhere, MACDs are crossing over. I see here on social media, sorry, I just wanted to swipe and I did that. I see here on social media, the world has just turned bullish, MACDs, buy signal flashing on the 3-day chart, on the 5-day chart. So if you are in the camp of this is the low for now, this scenario carries lower probabilities. Okay, because a simple one rule that I'm going to explain over here is you want, okay, in Elliott wave theory, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want your fourth wave to be longer than the second wave. That's a general rule that you follow in Elliott wave theory. And when I take, okay, a trend-based FIP and I go and measure the wave 2 over here, and I drag it here to the wave 3, we have not tapped the 1-to-1 ratio. So ideally for this scenario, if we are going to fail to break out from here, okay, and we can go and bounce, and so there's a possibility that you can come and claim the high over here, but you're rejecting, and we find acceptance back inside, where this is basically an ABC flat, where the flat takes the high, okay, or it can fall down from where it is right now, but then we have a longer bearish structure, still expecting a fifth wave here to the upside. Okay, and this 1-to-1 ratio is at 9-10 August, around about 9 to 10 August, okay, where the fourth wave will be then the same length as wave number 2. Right. So let me know, okay, I've shared 2 scenarios now so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me share the most bullish scenario, which are actually now starting to carry the highest probabilities. Because legends, it's all what I usually say is when you start, when we reject over here and we start falling down, then I'll know that this scenario now carries the highest probability. But from the data that I have today, if this is the low and you want to see bullish continuation here to the upside, okay, then I'm going to look at the next structure to say that, well, for now, based on the data that I have, this scenario carries the highest probability. And let me make everyone very excited over here. Okay, take this out the way and switch this on. Yesterday during my live stream, I did briefly highlight this scenario. Okay, if you believe, if you're in the camp, okay, that the low is in, it's a very interesting scenario over here. I just want to see something. Let me just do this. If you are in the camp, right, the low is in. The low is in. Then we are looking at a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I have to zoom out for this one. 3, 4, 5. Okay, more zoom. I need more zoom over here. Okay, 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is an insanely bullish scenario. So, legends, I think this also leans to the fact that if you are insanely bullish and you look at the previous bull cycles with that massive momentum to the upside, it kind of feels like this scenario can play out if we're still expecting a decent bull run, because the previous scenarios that I've shown you guys doesn't really look promising. They all point here to $100,000, $110,000, and then the bull run is over. But when you look at this scenario, which are now starting to increase in probabilities, especially based on the data that we have, and you can also see how beautifully, okay, it's starting to balance here at the moment. Okay, look at this, okay. The second wave, 1, 2, 3, 8, 2. 1, 2, 3, 8, 2. You see, to perfection. The corrective structures are 3 wave. 3 wave. You want this to be the end, and they also very, it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1 ratio. So you have the rule of alternation, which says because this was such a long corrective structure, an ABC flat, and now we have a zigzag. Okay, so you have a rule of alternation, and I'm not going to go into too much detail there. And there's a possibility that this is the low. You've bounced on the 382 like we've done over here, and now what you expect over here, legends. Where's my drum roll? Now what you expect over here is, okay, I can't find my drum roll now, is a massive third wave explosive wave here to the upside that can take us as high as $133,000. And it can go higher, legends, because a 1-2-1-2 combo usually can extend beyond the 1.618. It can go to the 2.618. It can go to the 3.618. But let's, for argument's sake, say that we even overshoot with this bullish momentum here to the upside. We overshoot the 1.618. We can even go to $182,000. We can go to $232,000. Okay, so legends, for now, based on the data that we have right now, okay, this scenario carries the highest probability from an Elliott wave perspective and from a technical perspective. If more, and I like to say is when more data becomes available, we might switch probabilities. So if a scenario had to play out where we reject above the highs and we get acceptance back inside the range, I'm going to say, okay, now this scenario, okay, the boring scenario, this one over here, not this one now takes priority. Okay, just want to take that, do this. Okay, right, this scenario then carries higher probability, which is, in my mind, the boring scenario. It's a really, really boring scenario. If we have to move up here and we reject, okay, B wave, A, B, C, flat, the correction lasts longer. We're going to have a small little pump here to the upside, around about $100,000, $110,000, and then bull market is over, where you then have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bear market starts, where you have an A, B, C to the downside. Right, so legends, let me know in the comments which scenario do you think is going to play out. Okay, because we have to wait for data in order to determine whether the scenario carries a higher probability. And it's all about what's going to happen when we get a breakout here to the upside. If we're going to have face melting price action here to the upside, then definitely scenario 1-1-2 combo is going to start playing out. Okay. Right, bull scenario. 100%. Open some beer, study the charts. If Bitcoin goes to 80K, 𝗶𝗶 will 6x. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I don't know if 𝗶𝗶 will 6x if Bitcoin goes to 100K, because if I look at Bitcoin dominance, which is something that I looked at this morning. Let's go here onto the 3-day chart. Ooh, Bitcoin dominance. The love is with Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, that's why the alts are standing still. Yes, they are moving with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is receiving all the love, all the money at the moment. And one of the things I have seen over here is we got back into trend. Dominance is back in trend, baby. We broke the highs. We are changing market structure. So the next major area of resistance that I see is here at 60%. Okay, this is a major zone of resistance over here. Right, so it's not alt season yet. Legends, the face melting alt season that everyone is waiting for is not here yet because dominance is climbing up here. Okay, right. Legends, these are basically the three bullish scenarios that I wanted to point out. Okay, this really does. I mean, I'm leaning in the camp at the moment of the 1-1-2 combo, but this structure just needs to remain bullish. It really has to remain bullish. Okay, this structure that we find ourselves in at the moment, and ironically enough, legends, it is so funny, or ironic, not really funny, is that we have a 1-1-2 combo here as well. 1 2 1 2. Can you guys see that? We also have a 1-1-2 combo over here. 3 and 3 could still be in the making. 3 could still be going. You know, 3 might not be finished. Okay, or this is 3 4 5, and then we tumble down. Right. So on the smaller time frames and on the macro time frames, you can see that you do see the similarities play out from time to time. Okay, I just want to go and see where we are at the moment. Right, struggling to claim this high. I know I don't like to go into this smaller time frames. I just want to see what is cooking over here. Right, fib from the high to the low. Oof, you can see where we got rejected by the 786. So if momentum continues here to the downside, let's see where the C wave target. I mean, it's always interesting. I like to play what if scenarios while certain levels gets hit. Okay, so this is a what if scenario for me, that if we do not take this high and we start correcting here to the downside, I want to see where the C wave target can take us, because this could be the end of the impulse, and this is an A, B, C forming here to the downside. And right, then zooming out, let's go back onto the 15-minute. Now this does start to look interesting. Let's see, normal fib here from the low to the high. Do we have areas of confluence? 1.618 is in the middle of nowhere, but the 3A2 is in confluence, okay, with these C wave targets. So let's see how this plays out, legends. Smash up the like for the education over here. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the analysis today. This is what I wanted to share today, the 3 bullish scenarios that I'm keeping an eye on. And I do want to highlight, legends, from the 3 bullish scenarios that I've highlighted today, they all three of them still carries higher probabilities than the bearish scenario that I highlighted yesterday. Okay, but it's all a game of probabilities, and maybe the bearish scenario will play out, and I think the bearish scenario will carry a higher probability if disaster strikes the world, a tsunami, an earthquake, another war breaks out, like something really bad in the world has to happen for that Elliott wave bearish scenario that I shared yesterday to really, you know, start kicking in. Okay, you want to see a market collapse, you know, the bubble burst type of thing, right? Like what happened with COVID, for example. Then that Elliott wave scenario could definitely start playing out. Right, legends. As always, remember, down in the description, here are the 3 exchanges. If you want to trade that bullish momentum with me, yes, the exchanges that I use. It's also your way to support the channel. Also, smash up the like and hit subscribe for future notifications. Legends, I wanted to check something here. Legends, I am almost at 2,000 subscribers. I think I need like 20 more people. I can't see it here on my page. Right, legends, I literally need like 20 more subscribers, and then I'm going to have 2,000 subscribers. I'm absolutely thrilled about how the channel has grown in the last couple of months. I went from 24 subscribers to 100 to 500 to 1,000, and now I'm at 1,000. Just before I went live, I saw that I was on 1,950 subscribers, 1,980 subscribers. Okay, I need 20 more people to subscribe. So give me a nice little present for the weekend. If 20 people can subscribe to the channel, I would be truly grateful. And my promise to you is I will keep on giving you alpha and teach and educate so you can catch fish for yourself. Okay, Right, legends, please show us again. Please show once again the best analysis as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. MK Alexander, I agree with you. Last time the debates, when Trump just opened his mouth, the price went down, and every time he just starts talking, price goes down. Right, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the speech from Trump, but let's see how that plays out. Legends, let me do this. Thank you so much for watching the live stream today. That is unfortunately all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great weekend. Take some time off from the charts, okay? Break away, spend some time with friends and family, have a coffee, go cook a piece of meat or barbecue some ribs or whatever your favorite choice is. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Cheers for now.